Should you judge a book by its cover? Should you judge a book by its cover?
Yes.
Whoa. Hear me out before you kill me. And before I get started, do you know what? I should have named this channel a different way of thinking, because my way of thinking, I always flip things on its head and I always look at things from a different angle. If I could go back in time, probably would have, innit? But I guess the name JY's TV is going to have to stick. Anyway, judging a book by its cover. Everyone does it on a day-to-day basis. You have to forget about judging a book by its cover solely meaning, oh, because that guy looks a certain way, he must be that. Everyone does it on a day-to-day basis. You just don't know it. And here's a few ways that people do it without knowing it. See this watch? This is a product. It's called a Diesel Big Daddy watch. Before some people shop online and they actually purchase a product, what a lot of people do, which I never do, I don't do it on purpose, I just never cared or anything like that. But what many people do is they read the reviews. I never do that. If you read a product's reviews, now if you want to check the product dimensions or whatever, specification, that's cool. But if you read a product's review before you purchase it, you're judging a book by its cover. You're basically trusting people who you don't know. People you don't know's opinion. You've never seen this person, never met this person, nothing like that. You're trusting their opinion. When really you need to think to yourself, let's say it's not something as simple as a watch, a product. Let's say it's a restaurant. You've gone to check out a restaurant, let's say like Tarshish in Wood Green, little fancy place. Before you go there, you want to check out the reviews, just in case you waste your money. You're going to go on there, you're going to scroll through, and immediately you're going to pretty much look for all the bad reviews. You want to see if they got any bad reviews. You don't want to see the good reviews. You want to see what people had to say about it in regards to it being shit. You don't know if those reviews are actually real. They could be biased. They could be against. And some reviews could be for, but they could be against that place. Someone might be vindictive and want to make all these different fake accounts and leave nasty reviews behind. I've had it done to me on my YouTube channel. People make fake accounts, leave nasty comments. I'll delete none of them. If you're the type of person, before you buy a product or use a service, you really do take into consideration the reviews, you're judging a book by its cover. You're not investigating for yourself. You're going off of someone else's opinion who you have never met before. It might be good, it might be bad. It doesn't matter. You're going to make a decision on whether you want to buy that product or use that service based upon someone else's opinion that you never met before. You are judging a book by its cover. Other little things. All right, I just mentioned a restaurant. So you might go into a restaurant, flip open the menu. It's not somewhere you're familiar with. It's not Ben & Jerry's. It's not an English place, right? It might be Tarshish, Mediterranean. There's foods on there that you're unfamiliar with. Ooh, what's a couscous and you know, yogurt and iron milk? And that don't really sound too nice. Oh, so you've never tried it before, but you're going to opt out of going for that meal because it doesn't sound good. So you're judging a book by its cover. Now I do it. Yeah, I do it. This is why I made this video. I do it. If I look at something that don't sound too good, fuck it. But if you look at something and you've never, investigated it for yourself, you never tried it for yourself, and you look at it, that don't sound good, you're judging a book by its cover. Other stuff. Any of you lot been down to Shoreditch before? Or somewhere in central London or anywhere? You're driving your car down the high street and you're just looking for a nice club to go to, whatever. It could be a pub, could be a bar, don't matter. You want to go to somewhere where you see a lot of people standing outside. Look like people are fighting to get in there. Not fist fighting, but they're queuing up to get in this place. Because automatically a signal goes off in your head. Maybe that place is worth going to. But on the flip side, if you see a place and there's hardly anyone inside, there's more staff than there is people inside, you're going to think that place is crap. But it might not be. You're judging a book by its cover. You don't know what it's like inside that bar, that club that is packed. It might be shit to you. But because you've seen other people outside, a signal goes off in your head and you judge a book by its cover and you thought to yourself, maybe I'll investigate that place, try it out. When really and truly, that place could be shit, and that place that ain't got that much people in it could be better in your opinion. But you'd rather go to that place because there's more people queuing up outside. Just like Instagram. I've got friends and stuff like that. More of them follow my JY's UK Instagram account than my JY's TV Instagram account. Do you know why? Because my JY's UK Instagram account has more followers than my JY's TV Instagram account. They've judged a book by its cover. They probably didn't even think nothing. They just saw, this one's got more followers, so there's probably more going on this one. Happens subconsciously. You know, judging a book by its cover keeps you safe, you know. Judging a book by its cover is probably the reason why you are alive today. Most of us who've had any decent parents or guardians, older brothers, older sisters in our lives have always said to us, at least on one occasion, if you're ever walking down the street and a stranger comes up to you to talk to you, don't talk to them. Or if a stranger says, come over, little child, little boy, little girl, I've got some nice sweets in my car and I've got a PlayStation, just come over and see it. The parent or guardian will tell you, run away, shout fire, scream for help. You're judging a book by its cover. You don't know who that stranger is. You just know that's a stranger and I shouldn't speak to them. They might be a nice person. They might have sweets in their car that they want to give you. They might have that PlayStation. But you've acted on instinct. You know, if most children had that investigative type of mentality where it's like, I won't judge a book by its cover. My parents and my guardians don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to investigate to find out whether that fat old man in that rusty bucket of a dirty blue van really has some sweets for me. Most of those children will not be here today. So judging a book by its cover actually keeps you safe and could be the reason why you are alive today. If you don't believe me, the next time you're out at night time and it's pitch black, 2 a.m, 12 o'clock at night, don't matter, no one around, except, imagine there's 2 routes you can take. You can take the route that is lit up and street lights and it'll take you 10 minutes to get around. Or you can take the shortcut. It's a 2-minute walk, but it's really dark. And there's 10 guys in this alleyway with their hoods up. Which one are you going to take? You'll take the longer route round because you've seen those people and your instinct have told you, let me judge a book by its cover. Those guys don't look safe. Fuck walking down there. That's the reason why many of us are still safe and alive today, because we've judged a book by its cover. We've seen those 10 dodgy, dangerous looking guys and we thought, I'm not going to chance it. Now, I might as well just throw this one in there. I may get racially profiled because I am black and I look a certain way. I fit the description of a criminal, a black criminal. I don't blame the police for that, Many people will say, they're judging book by its cover. I don't blame the police for that. Do you know who I blame? I blame the other people. The people who look like me. The people who resemble me. I blame them because they've given me that reputation. It's easy to blame the police. The police are racist, the police are racist. But hold on a minute. If out of every 7 out of 10 stops that the police do on black people, they find in a gun, drugs, someone's got a warrant, someone's doing something they're not supposed to, they're going to think, wow, more time we stop someone, we're likely to find something So anyone who kind of fits that profile, they're likely to be guilty. Let's stop that motherfucker. I don't blame the police. I blame the people who look like me, who've given me that reputation. You don't see the police stopping many Chinese women, you know. Yeah. Or Indian men. Because Indian men and Chinese women don't have the reputation of being drug dealers, having warrants out for their arrest, being gang members. But black people do, unfortunately. So when the police stop me, I don't think, the police are racist. I think, fuck them idiots that they stopped before me, that they found something, and now the police think that I might have something as well. This is why I should have named this channel A Different Way of Thinking. Man, I have a different way of thinking. I would judge a book by its cover and have an assumption about somebody until my assumptions are proven otherwise. I think that's a fair statement to me. I think that's quite fair. You know, if someone comes across a certain way, I would just assume they are like that until I'm definitely proven otherwise. I ain't gonna make a serious decision on it and, you know, cast judgment on them or anything like that, but I'll just have my assumption about them. But on social media, they always take it to the fucking far extreme, and it's just stupid. How many times have you seen those stupid ass videos where the secret billionaire goes into fucking Rolls Royce or Bentley dressed as a fucking homeless man, and the clerk rejects him because I ain't got time for you, you're homeless, you can't buy a car, and then some other good Samaritan hero comes along and test drives the car with him and reveals he's the owner of a Bentley or Rolls Royce. It's just stupid. In reality, it don't work like that. If a man looks like he's fucking homeless, he probably is homeless. Yeah, that says a lot about that person. If that person cannot be bothered to have a fucking wash and wear even Primark clothes, what does that fucking say about that person? They're so stupid on social media. They just go to the fucking far extreme. Fucking far extreme. Now, if a man turns up to a job interview without a suit, that don't mean he ain't, you know, good enough for the job, whatever. But fucking a homeless man turning up to Rolls Royce or Bentley to buy a car, and the people in the place them is supposed to take this man seriously. You serious? So me personally, if I see someone a certain way, I'll just have my assumptions about it. I ain't gonna cast no serious judgment on them. But if that was me, if I was a fucking clerk or, you know, a salesman or whatever inside Bentley, and a homeless looking person came in to buy a fucking Bentley, I'll tell him to get out of the fucking showroom. I don't business if I'm gonna win. There's a potential that I could win, you know, Salesman of the Year award. I ain't got time for no one. I ain't got time to have a fucking wash. What kind of nonsense is that? Come fucking stain up the levers in the car with grease stain batty and nah. So social media, they just go too far with this shit, man. It's just stupid. As an adult, you might see a little altercation between a couple of teenagers. You see them arguing and you see them start fight. As an adult, you might look at that situation and think, no, this is wrong. I'm not having no little kids fight each other or whatever. I'm going to step in because I'm the bigger person. I've judged this situation by its cover. They're little kids. You know, anything bad happens, you know, I'll be able to handle it. As opposed to two grown men swinging machetes at each other. Then you're going to think twice. You're going to think 10 times before you get involved in that situation. What you don't realize is the situation with the little teenagers, you could come off as bad, if not worse, than them two men swinging their machetes. My area, Edmonton. This happened a few years back, maybe about 4 years ago. There's some flats right near Edmonton Green bus station. Just a little flat complex. Some young teenagers, 14 years old, you know. They wanted to try and get into the flat complex. Probably to bun weed and just chill out or whatever. Innit? Some older man, big man, you know, 45 years old or whatever. He stopped them. He said, no, you're not coming in. They forced their way through the main door to the flats. They beat him up. They stabbed him. Dead. 14-year-olds. That make you think twice, innit? Yeah, that make you think twice about, you know, assessing that situation, think, oh yeah, I can handle them, they're little kids, and make you think twice. People know what they're doing, no? People see certain situations, think, yeah, I can handle that, but it might turn ugly. Now, I made a video talking about the NHS workers who now think they are vigilantes because they're key workers. In that video, I was talking about when I saw a video on Facebook that annoyed me. If you're a key worker in that, the nation needs you. Yeah, I believe, the key workers, they should be getting paid extra because they're on the front line. But doesn't mean you should be taking the law into your hands. Yeah? Doesn't mean you're becoming a vigilante per se and arresting people, but you're getting involved in things that you don't need to get involved in. Some woman decided that when she saw a couple of white boys sitting on the floor, on the grass with their bikes when they're supposed to be on lockdown, she decided, I'm going to pull out my phone and make a mockery of these boys. It was like maybe 5 or 6 of them, whatever. She saw that situation and thought to herself, you know what? More than likely, these boys ain't going to do nothing to me, so I can do what I want and talk how I want. And, she got lucky in that situation. The boys didn't do nothing. They actually got up and, went about their business when the woman was saying, look, you lot need to move away from here. You're not following the government's guidelines, whatever. People know what situations to pick and choose. As opposed to when I was out on my estate a month ago with my man them, there's 5 or 6 of us, but we ain't like them white boys. Yeah. Ain't no NHS workers approaching us telling us to move. And this was during lockdown, when you could have got a fine for socialising, yeah? Ain't no NHS workers approaching us and taking out any mobile phone. Anyone take out a mobile phone and try and film me, yeah, because they're an NHS worker and they think they're some vigilante, you better be glad that you're an NHS worker because you've got a first class ticket to A&E. Don't try and pull out no mobile phone on me. Try and take me for some idiot. So people know what situations to get involved in. Yeah? Them little white boys there, yeah. We'll push them around and film them and make mockery of them because they ain't gonna do nothing. But them black boys there, we'll pass on that one. Yeah. People know what they're doing because they're judging books by its cover. Obviously, if you judge a book by its cover, you can be wrong. Yeah. You can always be right, you can always be wrong. If someone said to you they know someone who comes from a poor area, yeah, grew up in a council house, come from a poor family, they were in a gang, they've been stabbed, they've been to prison, you'll think, fuck, and I wonder what that guy's doing now. He's probably doing nothing with his life. Got a long criminal conviction list. That's me. If any of you lot maybe didn't watch too many of my videos, you're new to the channel, you watch a couple of my videos, but you haven't watched the ones where I talk about when I was in a gang, you wouldn't think, this guy used to be a troublesome person or nothing like that. I got a persona, some people think I fucking grew up in a church or something like that. People change, obviously, but more time, if you judge a book by its cover, you're going to be right. Not all the time. People met me now, they would never think that I was involved in that lifestyle. I've been out with girls and stuff like that, and I've told them after I got to know them, I used to be in a gang and stuff like that, and they're like, no way, they could not believe it. They were asking me what type of music I listen to. Like, what type of music do you listen to? And just so they can try and understand me or whatever, because it's fucking a mystery to them. But they never believed I was in a gang. So obviously you judge book by its cover, you sometimes right, sometimes wrong. But definitely how you look will play a significant role in who wants to associate with you, how people are going to perceive you, judge you. I have rejected wanting to even meet up with a family member just based upon how they look. I know it sounds bad, but just hear me out, innit? Yeah. So I've got this family member, female family member. I haven't seen her since I was about 6 years old. I ain't gonna say who it is. I ain't seen this person since I was 6 years old. And you know, growing up and stuff, I never thought about them, but I always wondered every now and then, because this family member didn't even live too far from me, you know. Every now and then I'll think, oh, I wonder what that person's up to, because this family member was only 2-3 years older than me. And I always wondered, oh, what is that person up to, or whatever. And for years, I didn't see this person. Now I'm 27 now. Now, 2 years ago, I got in contact with the family member's sibling. And I said, oh, you know, where is that family member? I haven't seen that family member in years. I want to see her. So they said that this family member doesn't live anywhere close by or whatever. Right? Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me see a picture of this family member, innit? Because like I just can't like get out of my head that like this person lives so close to me and I probably could have bumped into her and I don't know who my family member is, and I really want to, you know, see who this person is. I just want to put at least a face to the name, because I wouldn't recognize them now, whatever. When this family member showed me a picture of the person in question, I thought to myself, you know, I don't even want to meet her. I do not want to meet her. She was big and fat and overweight and she just looked fucking miserable. And I thought, you know what? I didn't say this, but I thought to myself, I will pass on meeting up with this family member when they are local. The person just looks so miserable that nothing good will come out of their mouth. Now, maybe I judge a book by its cover. Maybe they're the nicest person in the world. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't need this person in my life. Now, if they turn up at my door, I ain't going to reject them, but I ain't going to make no effort to meet up with them just based upon how they look, because how that person looked says a lot about them. Says a lot about them. The person just looked miserable. Look completely miserable. Like they can't bring no good to my life. And I thought, you know what? They ain't trying to get in contact with me. I ain't trying to get in contact with them. Stay wise.